Hey guys, it's Tamara Bennett from Southern Adornments Decor. I'm here with one of our Painters Clubhouse members, Miss Zelma Young. She is in South Georgia. And I would just wanted to ask you a couple questions about the Painters Clubhouse and your experience in there. So, Miss Zelma, if you'll tell us a little bit about yourself and maybe your painting experience.
Well, to start with, I'm a full-time juvenile probation officer.
Really?
I work 8 to 5, 5 days a week. I'm on call a week. I got a couple of houses that I clean on top of working 40 hours a week with the state. Thank you, dear. Um, then I have a daughter that's 23, and I have a 5-year-old that I got through our local defects. I got guardianship of her.
Hmm.
So my boyfriend does a lot of deer hunting. So from September until January, I'm pretty much home by myself, with a lot of time on my hands. So I was just scrolling through Facebook and ran across, I don't even know who shared your page with me, but I started watching.
Uh-huh.
So then when I started watching, I just watched and watched and watched. And then I said, I can try this. So my daughter wanted me to make her a sign to go in her house with their nicknames on them, Muck and Tuck. I took my painting outside and we painted a sign, and it just went from there. I
Hmm.
mean, I've sold quite a few. I've sold almost $100 worth this week.
Wow,
I got
that's great.
Yeah, I got my very first paint party set up to do March the 6th, and then I
That's my
have
birthday.
a craft show in Reynolds, Georgia, at the Strawberry Festival in April. So I just I get my tip. I'm in the template club every month. I look forward to that. Um, I watch as much as I can watch. I watch a lot at work because we're really not that busy. We
Yeah.
don't have a lot of children on our caseloads, so I'm able to watch a lot at work too. Um, I just jumped on board and started with it. I've never painted. I took one art class in high school, and I just bought a few paint, couple of paintbrushes. I went and got me some Revolution plywood one Saturday at Lowe's. Me and my daughter, we had to cut it in half and tie it to the roof of my car to get it home.
That's dedication. You're doing what you got to do.
Yeah, we did what we had to do. We had to stop a couple times and shift it around, but I had to buy bungee cords, and everybody at Lowe's was laughing at me.
Sorry, I
Um,
hope I accidentally opened it up in another window and there was an echo back of your voice. Sorry about that.
but I got
Um,
some guys at Lowe's that cut it up for me, and we tied it, strapped it to the roof of my little Ford Focus car, and it's
I would
like
have loved
30
to have seen a
minutes.
picture of that.
It was 30 minutes from home. Me and my daughter, we opened my sunroof and held what we could hold with our hands and drove home. She laughed. We stopped. We had a good time. We got it home and I started cutting. And now I cut all my templates unless I run across one from somebody that I really, really like. I reach out and order from somebody. Color of Winsby. I've done two pieces of yard art through Miss Mary. Um,
Hmm.
that's been a real challenge, but I didn't have a lot of self-confidence in myself and in my work. So I was kind of worried about putting it out there. And so I have a lot of support. My mom is 73, my daughter, my boyfriend, and my stepson. Everybody's like, you need to get it out there. You need to get it out there. You got a talent. You're good. So I
Hmm.
just jumped and went with it.
And do you use a jigsaw?
I use my own jigsaw. Um, my boyfriend showed me how to use a jigsaw, and I cut what I need to cut. And if I got quite a number to cut, he'll come out there and help me cut it. But usually he gave me a jigsaw. My mom bought me a Dremel tool, and then he got me a roto zip for Christmas.
Oh, which one do you like best?
I have not used the roto zip. He has, but I haven't.
There are some people that love it. I tried it and I didn't like it, but then again, I had already been using the jigsaw for years, and I think it was just that was what I was most comfortable with.
That's what I'm used to anyway, and I can just zip it in there and zip it out.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of support behind me. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't. I come home from work every day, fix supper, get a shower, and then I either watch somebody paint or I go to my craft room and I paint myself. I started out on the kitchen table.
Is it just your time to like relax? Like how does painting benefit you?
It just gives me some me time and I can relax, and they're all watching hunting shows, watching their phones. So usually I just paint.
It's just
And
something for you to do. Yeah.
yeah, and it just keeps me from having a lot of time on my hands, and I'm home by myself while he deer hunts a lot. So
Yeah. Yeah. So when did you join the Painters Clubhouse? How long have you been a member, would you
I've
say?
been a member. I think I joined in August.
Okay, after the fall challenge then.
Yes, yes.
And what led you to decide to go ahead and join? Or like were you just hooked at that point or
I was just hooked at that point, and I thought, $37 a month.
Mhm.
It's either gonna make it or break it, and that was, I'm gonna either go up or down. And I
Yeah.
said, I'll just try it, and we'll see where it goes.
And so have you been able to sell enough so that you've actually made money off of being in the membership, or like has it been
Yes,
I
yes,
know you said you'd sold like $100 worth the other day,
yeah.
right?
I sold one Saturday, one yesterday, and another one again today.
That's awesome. So just in like 3 days time, you've sold 3
Yeah,
of them. So,
yeah.
it'd be interesting to know how many you've sold since August if you had kept track of that. I know some people do, but I'm not organized enough to keep track of what I even did last week, let alone what I've done since August.
I've shipped one. I painted a gnome,
Mhm.
and I shipped it to Warner Robins, which is like an hour and a half north from here.
Mhm.
And then a couple of the nurses at work at the Dormany, our local hospital, they bought some um, back at Christmas time for Christmas gifts. I mean, the first one that I made, my old truck with the pumpkins on it, that was the
Mhm.
very first one that actually sold, and it just went from there.
Awesome. So it's kind of like you sell one and then you get a little bit of momentum, I feel like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then start to get more. Yeah. So in what way would you say that the Painters Clubhouse has helped you? Has it helped you become more confident at painting, or is it like how has it helped?
It's helped with my self-esteem, um, my confidence in myself. Um, you learn new techniques, you learn different styles of painting, and it's like
Mhm.
a challenge. You know,
Yeah.
I can paint that, but it might take me a minute to paint that. So,
Well, it sounds like you've
um,
made some friends along the way too. I know you were talking about Victoria and Deetra and some people before we hopped on here, that you keep in touch with.
yeah, at Christmas time, I was able to send out quite a few Christmas cards at work. I bought me a box of Christmas cards and I went to work, and it was only two, but I couldn't just pick two. So then I sent some happy mail to you, and
Mhm.
then I got some more little things that I've been picking up. I've actually won a couple of door hangers too. I won
Oh.
one from Cindy Brown, a Nutcracker, and then I
Uh-huh.
won one from Miss Pam Savage.
You must be watching their lives as well when they go on Facebook Live.
Girl, I watch everybody's lives,
You're everybody's biggest fan, huh?
and I Erica, I watch her. There's
Mhm.
Maria. I just whoever's on. And when the weather was bad last week and nobody was painting, I was like, what am I watch now? So then I started watching old videos, and then I'd go in and paint a little while. So it just kind of keeps me motivated. I sit
Mhm.
at work and put my templates together. I take ribbon to work, make my bows, You know, I cut my templates out at work on the paper, and then I come home and trace them out. And
So when you're
I
not
lay,
painting, you're thinking about painting.
yeah, yeah. And my
That's
mom is
funny.
70. She'll be 74 next month, and she's gonna help me get ready for the Strawberry Festival in Reynolds.
Oh,
So
okay.
she's coming to paint.
That sounds like fun. I'd love to go to a strawberry festival. I love strawberries.
And my daughter is like, Mama, you see them templates Miss Tamara's got? I said, yes, I got them at the house. And she's like, Mama, this is the one I want to paint. So then I cut her out one, and she's very ADHD, so keeping her occupied with painting for 30 minutes is good. But she's got now where she can paint it all except the details. I give
Yeah.
her the colors and trace it on there with the graphite paper, and she paints right beside me.
Yeah. And eventually she'll get to the point where she can do those details. That's how
Yeah,
everybody kind of starts, is just doing the background colors. And then eventually they branch on out. Have you participated in very many of the Zoom paint parties?
I got on 2 Zoom paint parties,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Communicating, seeing everybody. Um, I just kind of sat back and chit chat with them, while they paint. Because my paint room is here in the house. Like I say, I was in the kitchen, and then I moved into the little small room that we got here. We tore out some bunk beds so I could craft. And my wonderful boyfriend made me this really nice paint table, and screwed it down, and we varnished it and fixed it up in there and painted it. And it's just it's blew up, and it was not what I was expecting. I was expecting just a little hobby,
Yeah.
but it's gotten it's gotten pretty, for me to be just new, not even in it a year,
Mhm.
it's gotten pretty big.
Good. It's become like a really good side hustle for you, I guess some people would say.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what advice would you give somebody who's maybe on the fence thinking about joining?
If they're on the fence thinking about joining, um, I just say join, try. You can sell at least one door hanger to make your monthly payment. You know,
Yeah.
um, don't
I think that's what
overwhelm
people worry
themselves.
about. They worry
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
making that payment, and then they think, well, what if I don't take full advantage of it? What if I don't paint more than one door hanger, a week, or one more door hanger a month? Like, if you're just painting a little bit here and there, you're going to make progress, and you're going to, it's going to be worth it to you. You don't have to be painting every single day.
No, you don't have to paint every day. I don't paint every day, but I got it on
Mhm.
my mind every day. I'm cutting, sanding, trying to figure out what I'm going to paint next. Like I say, I tried one of Miss Mary's dragonfly yard arts, and I've been
Mhm.
working on that thing for 2 weeks. That house paint is different than our deco art.
Mhm.
Um, I had been in Hobby Lobby probably 1 or 2 times when I bought my first door hanger and started, and I just gathered up just very few paint, just natural colors. But once they join and they see they sell that first hanger or they paint that first hanger, they're going to be hooked anyway.
It's kind of addicting, isn't it?
It is, it is. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, not just to sell, but it's just a lot of fun to get in there and paint and
Mhm.
relax and spend time, with yourself or your children or your mom or your friend, because you could always paint. Somebody's always wanting to paint.
Mhm. My kids are always wanting to sit down and paint with me.
Yeah.
I just
And
may not
see,
always wanna sit down with them.
yeah, Harry's got 2 granddaughters that live right here beside us, and then I have a 5-year-old. So they're always wanting to craft. And Aubrey will come in there, the oldest one, she'll come in there and actually paint with me at 8.
Oh, wow.
She helped me paint a door hanger for her school teacher for Christmas.
Yeah.
And she was really proud of that thing. She took it home in a black trash bag because it was raining. She just
Oh,
walked across the yard.
yeah.
Another thing, Tamara, that I wanted to tell these ladies, um, that may be on the fence. Um, it's just not selling door hangers to me. It's the challenge. And then I have a dedication that I dedicated one door hanger a month to Hello Gorgeous. And that is the lady in our community, two ladies in our community. They give makeovers to our cancer ladies. And
Oh, I've never
so
heard of this.
yeah, and so like this month we done one for a school teacher that had a brain tumor, and I made the beach bag for her. And then next month we're going to do one for a lady in the next county. So I donate one a month to the Hello Gorgeous as something that she can have to hang on the door, And
Yeah.
I just look forward to doing it every month. I say, okay, what day do I need this door hanger? And I give it to Nanny Leal, and they distribute it to, our cancer patients. And they
That's
do
a
a
wonderful
makeover.
cause.
She gets out. Yeah, they get a makeover, new clothes. They get to ride around in a car, just they collect stuff from our little businesses. So I
Yeah.
stepped out of my box and asked them, can I be a part of this? I just want, And so now I got that to look forward. So I know I'm painting one door hanger this month at least, because I give that one to the whoever's dealing with cancer.
That's a
So
wonderful idea. There's a couple of women in our Painters Clubhouse who have done something like that before. One of them told me that she used to, when she first got started, her name was Rhonda. She would paint one, and then she would let her boys, who were teenagers, I think at the time, choose a lady in their church who was like sick and shut in or something, and they would go and like brighten her day with one of these door hangers every single week or every single month. And so and then we've got Miss Latoya Sanders. She is a huge philanthropist in our Painters Clubhouse. She used to, I don't know if she still does this, but she used to sell all of her door hangers to raise money for children with Down syndrome. And so I just think it's wonderful that all these women are paying it forward. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just like to pay it forward because you don't never know nowadays what's coming tomorrow.
That's so true. Well, thank you so much for hopping on here with us. Do you have a Facebook page where people can go and follow you yet?
Yeah, I got a Facebook page called Zales Door Decor and More, and I chose Zale because that's what my dad calls me, is Zale.
Oh,
Zeel.
yeah.
So I took that. So he was like, just call it Zales. And so that's me and my work group came up with Zales Door Decor and More.
Okay, we'll have to go look you up and like your page. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go now, but thank you so much for hopping on here and chatting with me for just a few minutes. It's been wonderful to put a face to the name.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.